got a chance to watch Juraj Slafkovský up close, and I don't know what you guys thought, but wow, he just looks like a guy who doesn't belong in the NHL right now. He's slow-footed. He can't make plays with the puck. Doesn't look like he has any confidence. I I don't understand it. I was talking to, I don't want to call him out here, but you know where Brad Richardson sits, up on the devil deck right at the end by the Canadiens GM box, and he's watching their reaction as Slafkovský just makes another bad play after bad play, and they're like, oh, they're getting really frustrated. He's watching them in the box. Well, why do you have him here? What is he doing in the NHL? If you can see it, we can all see it. This kid doesn't belong in the NHL right now, and I guess they're worried about hurting his confidence, but is it going to hurt any more than
I would
what's
say,
happening on the ice right now?
yeah, his confidence probably is hurt more by not succeeding. It's the same. You can make the same argument for Dylan Guenther, and I think the Coyotes made the right decision, as you noted in your story today, Craig. And we actually have a side-by-side comparison. Obviously, Slafkovský has one more partial season on Cooley, but if we can pull up the graphic, in 10 games each this season, Logan Cooley has a goal, 7 assists for 8 points. Slafkovský has 0 goals, 1 assist for 1 point, and is averaging over 2 fewer minutes per game than Logan Cooley. So this is the first overall pick in 2022 and the third overall pick in 2022. And I think it's a situation that I think Coyotes fans are used to being on the other side of. Again, it's so early in their career, so I don't want to make a passing judgment on Slafkovský. But if we're looking at this snapshot of 10 games, as that graphic shows, Cooley's the better player and is looking
no question.
like the
He's been more
pick.
impressive. I mean, I don't know where he is after tonight, but he was tied for the rookie scoring lead in points. Slafkovský just, not only is he not producing and does he look awkward on the ice, I mean, that line's just getting cratered on the ice in terms of possession. They're not doing anything. And I remember what Craig Button said in that story. He talked about watching him Monday in Vegas where they had Slav on the wall on the power play. They did it again tonight. And talk about a fish out of water. He is not a guy who should be playing with the puck on the half wall. He doesn't know what he's doing. He ended up just coughing up the puck, and the zone got cleared. It was hard to watch, a kid like that who with such high expectations being put in situations basically to fail.
It's interesting because you talked about him on the power play, and it's one of the areas where it almost, and I can't believe I'm saying it was almost a 4-on-4. Because he was so distant and disengaged from the power play unit. I don't know if he was drifting away trying to find more open ice, but was not an effective player with a man advantage. And that's where he should flourish. When you have all of that room and you have no pressure, that should be when you can make plays, and it just didn't happen. I'm wondering, we talk about overbaking, and the trend is to get those kids into the league right now and get them playing. And sometimes it's okay. Sometimes it's okay to go down to the American League and be a really, really good player there. And I think what's the long-term goal of this player? Where do you see the development of this player? And Leah talked about Guenther, and Gunther's putting up points down in the American League, and they're winning games, and he's competitive, and he's playing 18, 19, 20 minutes a game. Slafkovský played 14 minutes a game, and they're not good minutes right now. So it'll be interesting to see where this goes over time. And then I tell you what, in our 5-year anniversary, when we're doing this redraft of that draft, it'll be interesting to see where we put Cooley and Slafkovský.
Couple more points on this. I wanted to ask you too, we're talking about his role in the power play. He's a big body, and they wanted to play more physical. Shouldn't he be a net front guy, Petey?
Yeah, I don't know if he's got that in his bag of tricks right now, Craig. I think I don't know if he can. I don't know if he can play. I think his skill set, he should be a bumper guy or a net front guy. And he can't handle it right now. It's just a little bit too deep for him. But again, that's okay. People develop at a different pace. And if he's going to 2 or 3 years down the road, we're going to look back and go, oh my gosh, the kid can play. It's just right now. So what's best for him? And it'll be interesting to see how Montreal continues, because this is a team that they're exceeding expectations right now. They're battling for the playoff spot in the East right now. Nobody thought that was going to be possible. They have a good start. And I don't think that's going to be sustainable for them, because a lot of it's been their goaltending, but they're going to have to make a decision on him this year. You can't have him waste a year where he's not being productive for this team.
Yeah, completely agree. Jake Allen was really good tonight, by the way. But
he was.
Just get the last point on this, comparing him to Cooley. We spoke with Andre Tourigny before the game, and Logan Cooley came up, there was a huge contingent of Canadian media here, as there usually is. A lot of the interview was conducted in French. But, they're talking about Logan Cooley in comparison to Slafkovský. And someone said, so you can develop in the NHL. And Andre said, no, you don't develop. The point is that Logan Cooley was at a certain level where he belonged in the NHL. He has those baseline skills. You're watching what he's doing. Yes, there are areas for growth. You can grow in the NHL, but he was ready for the NHL. And after the game tonight, he really complimented. He said, what I like most about Logan Cooley was the things that nobody's going to be talking about. Where he was positionally tonight, his responsibilities, right? Play away from the puck. He was very responsible. He liked all of that tonight. So it's sinking in with Logan Cooley. And again, they're not putting him in a crazy pressure situation. I don't know that Slafkovský is either. I feel like he is. Connor Bedard certainly is. Logan Cooley has a little less pressure on him. They're letting him grow slowly, but he's coming along. And you heard what Chris Peters said. He's going to figure it out. He did the same thing at the lower levels. He struggled for a little bit. He figured it out. And Chris Peters, who's been on this guy's bandwagon from the start, says, mark my words, he's going to have a big second half. He's going to figure this out, and he's going to make a big impact.